Marcus, if you get this message, I need your help. I really am.
It's your father.
If he's still alive, I've got to find him.
There are big questions leading up to Gears of War 3. Is this the last stand for humanity? Is Marcus Phoenix's father still alive? Are a rugged bunch of cogs going to murder the crap out of a bunch of freakish enemies with goofy names like polyps, gunkers, drudges, and corpsers with an expanded arsenal of gratuitously brutal death-dealing hardware? While we won't find out about the plot points for a while, the answer to that last question is a definite yes. We've seen a decent chunk of the Gears 3 campaign so far. There's no question that some burly stuff is going down. While Marcus is still the star of the show, players will have a chance to control other characters, sometimes presenting an alternate view of previously witnessed events. A chunk of the game's first act focuses on Coltrane, who along with Baird and newly introduced female character Sam Byrne, face hostile new threats in Cole's old neighborhood. There's also a Carmine brother tagging along.
Ooh. I'll give you a side of bacon for her, though.
Oh, bacon.
Hey, take the deal, Cole. I haven't had bacon in 6 months.
With a soldier named Carmine killed in action in both Gears games so far, this helmeted soldier is the potential victim of a cruel running joke. His fate is still up in the air, but it does look like he'll at least make it through the first act. There's plenty of banter in and out of combat, which should serve to develop the notably larger cast of characters.
Baby, you gotta trust the Coltrane to find the goods. This is my turf, Cougar's territory.
Since squads of 4 are in effect to allow 4-player cooperative play, there's definitely a place for bigger, badder enemies. Lambent, who are essentially glowy mutants that explode when you kill them, are all over the place in the early game and spawn from pods that shoot up from the ground. In addition to infected Locust soldiers, newer enemies include hulking brutes that sport tentacle-like arms and possess alternate methods of attack, like the ability to fling balls of exploding goo. Luckily, sending bullets into their glowing weak spots are an effective way to put them out of your misery. We've also seen our first Corpser to appear in the sequel, smaller than the giants that we faced down in previous Gears games. But it's still a pretty tough customer. Burrowing underground and striking from below with sneak attacks, this multi-legged adversary is no easy target. A swarm of flying enemies offers a newfound threat, loosed upon the cogs by none other than the suspiciously humanoid Locust Queen herself. Another story angle likely to be explored in the sequel.
I got your number, bitch.
And while we've already played with some of the game's new weapons, including the bayonet-equipped Retro Lancer and the cover-thwarting Digger Launcher, we've now had glimpses of the powerful new sniper weapon, appropriately called the One-Shot, as well as the dedicated melee weapon simply known as the Cleaver. With greatly expanded multiplayer options that include the newly deployed Beast Mode and the advent of what Epic is calling Horde 2.0, the new campaign in Gears of War 3 has a lot to live up to. We'll know how it all comes together at the end of September, so stay tuned to Game Trailers for our full review.
You heard the man. Time to love him and leave him, baby.